All right. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are back with the Leonardo.Ai live stream. So, what is today? Today is Wednesday, March 15th, and we're back with Leonardo.Ai. Just a quick recap. When you first log in, you'll be greeted with the featured models and recent creations. So we're at the home page of Leonardo.Ai. Very simple interface. I love it. Up here are the featured models that everyone uses to create this stunning AI artwork. You can scroll through these, pick one that you like. So far my favorite is Dream Shaper. You've got your recent creations here, so this is what is trending right now on Leonardo on March 15th, 2023. We've got a badass looking Pikachu here. Little chibi Darth Vader. It's kind of cool. So I'm really loving the interface on this. Very easy to use. Like I said, you can check out the trending. You can check out what's new. This would be what people are creating right now. Then you can come over here to the sidebar. We got the community feed. That again is where we just were. This brings it up in a full page format. You got new, top rated according to Leonardo's team. And then you've got your personal feed. So this is images that you have generated in the past. We can scroll through these. Leonardo does allow not safe for work images, but we'll scroll through those so we don't get any kind of YouTube censorship. So these were some of the images I created yesterday. I was messing around with other people's prompts, recreating some of their images. I was working on another project doing some architectural stuff. We got some Star Wars stuff I was working on. Kind of Mandalorian, Stormtrooper. And so the nice thing about this is it saves all of your images that you have generated. And I've generated some pretty cool stuff so far. So this is my personal feed. And again, a lot of these are remixes of other people's artwork that I found something on Leonardo that I liked, and again, more architectural stuff. Get into some ballet dancers, some florals, and this is stuff I created a couple weeks ago. And this is the thumbnail image. So I actually wanted to come in here and recreate some of these because I really liked the imagery. So if you find an image that you like on Leonardo, you can click it, bring it up. It remembers all of your prompt. So it's got your prompt here, your negative prompt, resolution, the date it was created, your guidance tail and step count, and which base model, Stable Diffusion 1.5, but it used the Leonardo fine-tuned model, Dreamshaper 2.0. And if you find anything on Leonardo that you like, this is where the real magic comes in. You can just click this remix button. So if you've generated an image a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, that you want to recreate, you just click the remix, and it will copy over your prompt, your negative prompt, select your fine-tuned model, and change all of your settings to coordinate with what you had before. I like to bump up the guidance scale. This will weight your prompt more strongly, and then the step count will give you a little bit more details but take longer to render. So each generation costs you a couple tokens. We'll go ahead and click generate. And a very similar image to what we were just looking at. I have noticed that just recently, since they updated, it makes the images a little bit blurry. Like I was getting a lot more detail a couple weeks ago, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But if you find an image you like, you can just click the upscale button right here. And that's going to take a few minutes. Now also, the fine-tuned models are where Leonardo really shines. So this was created with Dreamshaper, but we can go ahead and switch it to deliberate and hit generate. So we have the same prompt, same negative prompt. And it looks like, is this one done? There it goes. Boom. Okay, so as you can see, we hit upscale and we get a lot more detail in this image. And when you upscale, it also doubles or triples the size of your image. So when you hit the download button, it will pop up with the full-size image. And we can go ahead and save this one for use later on. So again, this is not upscaled. And if you come down here, you can select back to the original. So that's what it first rendered. And then when you hit upscale, a lot more detail. And if you go to the original and click download, you see how much smaller this image is. You can't zoom in on it. That's it. So we'll save that one so that I can do a comparison and see what the size difference actually is. Okay, and now we have our deliberate model. So same prompt, same everything, just a different finely tuned model, and we get a variation of that same prompt, just in a different art style. I'll show you. Let's go to spirit creatures just for fun and see what that comes up with. And you can also, if you don't like any of the models, the recently selected models right here, you can also select a custom model, and you can actually build your own custom models. But you can favorite certain models, which I haven't done yet. You can go to the platform modules, which are the highly curated ones that Leonardo offers right out of the gate. And you can also go to the community models. So this is the ones that people have created and uploaded for the community to share. This does take a couple minutes. So you got different community models that people have uploaded. So you got crypto like NFT style. So if you want to create something like that, you can do a portrait style, which might be kind of fun. Let's try Gangster Paradise just for giggles. Generate with this model. Okay, so as you can see, this was what Spirit Creatures came up with. So comparatively, compared to Deliberate, this was Spirit Creatures. So we're on Gangster Paradise. We'll click Generate on that and see what that comes up with. So you can see the difference between the different models here. So this was Spirit Creatures. It didn't really generate a good image, but Deliberate and Dream Shaper create strikingly better generations based on a prompt in that model. So now here's Gangster Paradise. And as you can see, it's a completely different model. And you get a different overall look and feel. And just for example purposes, so these are based on the Stable Diffusion models, but they're finely tuned based on, this one was Gangster Paradise, but you can just select Stable Diffusion, so without the fine-tuned model. We'll see what that looks like. So without a fine-tuned model, this is the result we get. Then we go ahead and click back to Dream Shaper, and you'll see the difference. Much higher quality, more focus on the character itself, and a much better image. I can't get over how much better of an AI model this is. Ease of use, like character generation, it's fantastic. The other cool thing that not a lot of people have been using is the prompt generation. So we like this image, we want to switch it up a little bit, so let's go in here, copy our prompt, paste it in the prompt generator, and I have noticed if your prompt is too long, it won't generate, so we'll take out from here on down. Might need to cut out a little bit more of this because it's really long. So we'll hit ID8, see if it pops up. I was having trouble with it yesterday because the prompts were too long. Yeah, so it doesn't like this. We'll take out from here down and hit generate or ID8. Okay, so now it gave us some different prompts we can use. A voluptuous perfect body adorned with elaborate tattoos, wearing stained glass corset, illuminated by rim light, with a slight smile, in acid punk, steampunk, cyberpunk, and 1920s inspired mix of neon art nouveau. And then incredibly beautiful sexy woman with a punk attitude surrounded by highly detailed art nouveau, illuminated by rim light, with a slight smile, acid, steampunk, yada yada yada, a voluptuous perfect body, punk attitude adorned with elaborate tattoos, wearing a stained glass corset. And then an incredibly sexy woman, punk attitude, adorned with elaborate tattoos, wearing a stained glass corset, illuminated by rim light. So a lot of these are very similar. So it basically took our original prompt and just kind of mixed it up a little bit. So if we like any of these, we can just click generate. We'll delete the 3. If you're watching Leonardo, that is a bug right there. And we get a slightly different result. So again, if you have a good prompt, you want to switch it up a little bit, you can use that prompt generation to create slightly different variations. I haven't messed around with the scheduler down here, so let's play around with that. It defines how noise affects the generation. So start at the top, ALMS, and hit generate. I don't see much difference between this scheduler and this one. So we'll try that. We'll try Euler ancestral. Those are kind of cool. Again, if let's say we find one we like, I kind of like this composition, you can just click here. You got post-processing tokens. You only get 24 of them per day. Every resets every 24 hours, I believe, but mine resets in 10 hours. You can remove the background. Don't bother with that. You can do that in Photoshop and get much better results. So far, the background removal is worthless in Leonardo. Unzoom will take your image and kind of unzoom it. So if their hands are getting cropped off at the top of their head, it will try to shrink the image down and unzoom it. I've tried that. It doesn't really work that great. But if you like one, you generate an image you like, you can just click the upscale, and that does cost you a post-processing token. While that's working, we'll change it to Euler discrete, which I think is the default one, so we don't need to do that one. DDIM, generate. A little bit of coffee. Still having issues with hands and multiple limbs. So even though we put that in our negative prompt, that one's kind of cool. So we did put that in our negative prompt here: two heads, elongated bodies, deformed hands, but I haven't noticed if the negative prompt actually helps or not, to be completely honest with you. Which one did I upscale? This one? Yeah, this was the one I upscaled. So I kind of like the original one better. Yeah, you can see the shape of the face and hair changed significantly. Yeah, so see that the hair and her face changed significantly. So you do get a lot more detail with this image. But the original one is, in my opinion, a little bit better. So Leonardo, if you're watching this, like, I don't know what you're doing to upscale these images, but it completely re-renders the image and gives you almost a completely different image. So, and it's just those slight variations, like the human eye picks up on those. It's like you can see the shape of her face, the hair, strikingly different. So it changed the shape of her face and it changed her hair. It did give us a lot more detail, but it's a completely different image compared to the original. We'll save that one. Yeah, let's see what else we have. Oh, cool. I like that one. Except something going on with her arm here. Forgot to render the other arm, or she got into a freak accident. Not sure which. So I don't see much difference between the scheduler. How much affects the generation? Not seeing a lot of difference between our schedulers over here. So I don't even know if this needs to be an option, Leonardo. I really don't. But we'll go ahead and generate this last one as well. Well, that's working. I believe by default it goes Euler discrete. Oh, those are cool. I like those. That one's very cool. I'll upscale that one. That one's cool too. So very cool stuff. Check out our upscale. Very nice. Go back to the original. And again, we get slight variations between the original and then the upscaled. A lot more detail in the upscaled, but it is essentially redrawing the image, re-rendering the image at a much higher resolution. Go ahead and download that one. Very cool. So let's change it to Leonardo's signature, hit generate, and see the difference. So again, I love Dream Shaper. It creates very cool, dream-like images, very dreamy, very artistic style. and now we change it to the Leonardo signature, get a very different result. So again, it just depends on which finely tuned model that you select. That almost looks like Angelina Jolie. So we got Leonardo signature, gives us this look, and then my favorite, the Dream Shaper. We'll change it up again. We'll go, that was signature, so we'll go select, generate. So you can tell the difference immediately, like with the fine-tuned models. You've got Dream Shaper versus signature. And now we're on Leonardo select. Almost looks like Taylor Swift. That was Leonardo select. Change it to its signature. We'll go creative. So this would be a good example of one that you could try the unzoom feature on. And I've had mixed results with the unzoom, so I'll go ahead and try it just to show you guys, but see how it's cropping her head off. We want to unzoom the image to try and get more detail up here. And it's in beta, and so far my results have been not good. So we'll go ahead and unzoom that one, and while that's cooking, we'll switch this to RPG, hit generate. So you can see the difference, you know, just messing around with the different models, you get very different results, and you can create your own finely tuned model, which I have not done yet. Okay, so RPG kind of goes back to the look we were looking for. It's kind of very artistic, cool, Art Nouveau, New Age stuff. Pinup models. So that's the RPG. Is our unzoom done yet? Yeah. So again, this is our unzoomed image, and it really did something here. But as you can see, here's the, we'll go back to the original. So see how everything's cut off, everything's cropped out. We unzoom it and see how bad of a job it did. It just took the edge of the image and then kind of threw a wall on there, put another stair in, totally distorted her face. So I'm not sure. I know the unzoom is in beta, but not ready for production, fellas. Leonardo, you guys got to fix that, because this is, it's a nice feature, it'd be great to have, but I've had better success with the canvas, and we can try that as well. So let me, before we do that, I'm going to copy my prompt. So let's see the canvas option here. So to get to the canvas, you have to hover over this thumbnail and then edit in canvas. We'll go ahead and do that. And so you can see we're back with the original image. It's cropped off. We want the width up a little bit. It's probably, okay, so 768. We'll come up here and we'll paste in the same prompt that we had before. Let's see what happens here. So we hit generate. Did I hit generate? No, I didn't. Okay. We'll hit generate and see if this does a better job. No. And you get some options here. No. It's trying, but not much better. And it could be just because our it's using stable diffusion. Okay. So apparently the canvas does not use the finely tuned models. So in this instance, I would say keep working on it. Keep working on it, Leonardo. So I did have an idea. I was going to try. Go back to the generator. Select. So we don't need a negative prompt for that. So I actually saw, have you guys seen that new DeLorean? It looks super cool. So let's say the 2023 travel back in time. Hope I spelled DeLorean correctly. So we'll just keep a very basic prompt. Cyberpunk Cityscape. Okay, so the 2023 DeLorean traveling back in time Cityscape. Actually change this up 1080 by 640, 704. That feels good to me. Euler discrete, we'll do 2 images, and Dream Shaper, my favorite. Generate, and we'll see what it comes up with. We'll see if it actually picks up on the 2023 DeLorean, because that car is out of this world. I saw it the other day. DeLorean is making a comeback, and that car looks sick. Okay, so it did not pick up on the DeLorean, the new DeLorean. But still pretty cool. They blasted the doors off. And I'll show you guys. Let's see. It's not working. So, yeah. So this is the actual 2023 DeLorean. And the one I saw on the video, you can look it up on YouTube, but the one I saw on YouTube looked even more futuristic than this. So you got the classic gull wing doors, kind of reminiscent of the original rims, but still a pretty sick looking car. And this is the new DeLorean right here. So it's taking us right to the DeLorean website. I didn't know they were still making cars, but apparently. That's the one I saw, the 2040. Yeah, so I didn't know DeLorean was making cars until a couple months ago. And yeah, I'm a fan. The DeLorean looks pretty sick. So that's actually the one I was looking for, either this one or the 2040 DeLorean, which I can find. DeLorean Alpha 5 concepts. Nothing? There we go. That's the one I was looking at. The Omega concept 2040. Look at the back. It's the back. I don't know what that does, but I want it. Okay, so looking for the 2040 DeLorean. This thing, I mean, seriously, it looks sick. The Omega. Look at that thing. That's what I was saying. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, now we just need another Back to the Future movie. A new Back to the Future movie starring the 2040 DeLorean. Look at that thing. Me, George Jetson. So that's real life. So let's go back to Leonardo. So now we know what the 2040 DeLorean. Say the 2040 DeLorean. I went back in time. And somehow my solution got backed out. Oh, because I switched. Yeah, when you switch the fine-tuned model, it resets some of your settings over here. So it's trying. So it's just putting lightning in the background. So 2040, let's say. Set. Set. Try that. See what it comes up with. Whoa, that's a concept. Not sure what concept. Okay. Say. Style. Off the car. 724. Stop. Time. Come off the car. Get that. Say. So the AI does not know what the 2040 concept DeLorean is like. So when you just putting in the DeLorean, okay, getting some weird stuff going on up here. It's kind of a new age looking DeLorean here. This one's got 6 wheels, because why not? So in this instance, let's take our prompt. I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this. It's not copying. Huh. It's different. Try reloading it. Technical difficulties. No, didn't like that. So maybe it's my clipboard. It ain't working. There we go. So we're going to ideate that prompt because apparently it does not like it. It's not giving us what we're looking for. So a concept DeLorean style car with electric radiating off the car, zooming through. Yeah, I like that one. Futuristic race through time. I like that. Trail of sparks, da 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 da, through a cityscape. Scene of it. It's electric effects lighting up skies that races through bright. Okay. As it travels back in time. That's the one I like. Let's try that one. Let it generate with this one. Again, copied over the number. Don't know why it did that. Click that. Generate. And okay, didn't mess up our size over here, size and scale. Yeah, it still doesn't understand the 2040 DeLorean. And this is what happens when you mess with the image size. So we'll turn back down the size so we'll get some crazy effects here. That's kind of cool. It's very cool. I like the purple LED rims. And the cityscape. It's racing. Ooh, that one's cool. That one's really cool. I love that. This one's very cool. Okay, so not bad. We're going to change it back to this 640 by 832 because when you mess with the image size, I've noticed that's when it starts doing some weird, funky geometry, extra limbs, like double torsos, like it doesn't like it. So we'll try hit and generate again. And kind of sad that it doesn't colorful sci-fi scene of a it travels back in time. Yeah, still doesn't like it. I like that. I like the fat tires on this thing. Look at those. It's fat tires. That's cool. Let's go back to a prompt generation. So it kept our last prompt generation. So if you didn't like that one, off its sleek body. Okay, concept. X radiating off the corners. Kind of like the first one, so let's hit generate with that one. And again, for racing, I like having a wider stance on it. Yeah, see what happened here. So depending on your image and what you're looking for, you got to adjust some of the settings over here. So again, we're getting kind of some cool concept DeLorean styles, which are neat. You know, gives you some ideas to work with. This one kind of looks like a Ferrari or a Lambo. We'll say we'll just say futuristic DeLorean style car. A futuristic DeLorean style car with electric effects. DeLorean back to the future style car. Futuristic DeLorean back to the future style car with electric effects. Car. Off the side. Let's bump up this. Again, personal preference. I like to bump up those two. All right. DD loan. Again, it's not picking up. It's not picking up what I'm putting down. Change this. Again, I think in the prompts, less is more. Zooming through the colors, and we're not getting colors reflecting off of this, so let's pump up the guidance scale even. Let's go to the max, why not? Images, screen, generate. There we go. Now it's picking up. Kind of cool. I don't recommend driving with the door open. Can't recommend it. But let's go ahead and change our model. Let's go to deliberate and pump this back up. So as you can see, when you change your model, it changes. Let's set them up for. We'll make a real letterbox. And hit generate. See what deliberate comes up with. So again, if you're not getting the style you like, or it's not copying your prompt, or not indicating your prompt the way you want it, you can pump up your guidance scale. Or I've found if you just change the model, you can get some different results. That's interesting. I don't know if that's the front or that's the front. Don't know if you're coming or going. Oh, got the station wagon style. So I'm not really liking that. This down. Let's see if we can pick a different model. Platform models. This might be kind of fun. Vintage style photography. Let's try that one. Generate it. That model. Pump this back up. 8. Stuff. Sleek body. I haven't messed around with the prompt magic. We might check that out if we're not getting the results that we want. And coffee time. Not really what I'm looking for. Futuristic DeLorean. We'll say this. Say this. Okay. So a futuristic zooming through a cyberpunk cityscape. So. I have noticed like the first sentence seems to be the most important. So change it back to Dream Shaper, pump up our 1088 by 768, hit generate. We're burning through some tokens this morning. Kind of cool. Still not picking up on the racing. Like I want to see the car like more of an action shot. Like I want to see these trails like coming off the taillights. This body. Say light rails off the tail. That's so futuristic DeLorean. Zooming. Say racing. Electric. See, it's not picking up on this at all with electric effects. I don't see any electric effects. So, lightning effect radiating off the car. Colors of the city. We'll try that. That's better. That's better. That's more like what we're looking for. Lightning in the background. I wanted the lights coming off the tail lights, but it picked up on the racing, so it's racing, it's following perhaps itself or another time machine. Racing right behind him. Kind of got the tail light streaks. That one's cool. Again, another variation of the time machine, perhaps. We got Dewey. Some weird headlight, asymmetrical headlights going on. Lightning. It's picking up on the lightning, but not putting it where we want it. Futuristic DeLorean. Colors of the city. We kind of got a good prompt here. Let's click on the prompt magic and and see what happens. Now the prompt magic costs ×2 of whatever our token usage is. We're burning through some tokens today, but that's okay. So we've got 176. And again, you know, it's in early adoption right now. Not sure how many tokens they're going to give you once more people start flooding into this system. And again, I'm sure they're going to try and monetize this thing because they're going to make buku bucks off this, I'm sure. Okay, now we're talking. That's cool. Again, I would take this into Photoshop and clean this up a little bit, but that's kind of the thing I was looking for. This kind of effect. Still no trails coming off of here, but we could do that in Photoshop. There we go. Now it's picking up some lightning effects, slightly. And it's picking up on that reflecting off of the city street. So this was with the prompt magic on. So to their credit, the prompt magic does seem to be working. Did this complete yet? Yeah, it did. So this is our upscaled image. And that's our original. Really like that. Might use that for my thumbnail. And download that one. Got that downloaded. And let's do it again. So prompt magic does seem to be doing something. It's got that FM technology that you don't know about. You don't know about it, I don't know about it. FM. Okay, I like our first one better. You ever hate that when it's like the first one you get is the best one, and then the rest of them are just like, meh. But the prompt magic is definitely picking up on the city lights reflecting off of here. And the racing, kind of putting it more into action. I'd like to see, more blur effects on the tires, if it is in fact racing, but the prompt magic does seem to be working. Let's go ahead and letterbox this out, generate again. We're going to really slant it down, focus more on the car. Let's say as travels back in time. Okay. Not bad. Oh. Mulligan. Go back to our AI image generation. I accidentally hit the back button since the photo was so letterboxed. I scrolled over to get the arrow, and when I scrolled back, it got back. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Still not what I'm looking for. So as it travels back in time, that's what the only thing we added, and we'll generate it. It's going to cost us 4 tokens, because why not? And we have reached the top of the hour. I don't want to make these videos too long, because I want them to upload to YouTube. So I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this kind of content, please shout me out in the comments, leave a like, subscribe to this channel, and we'll do more AI art possibly tomorrow, but we'll be back real soon. So thanks for watching, guys. I love you, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. This has been